This is what happens. If you ban student politics, you give rise to more revolutionary actions. But if there's student politics existence, you will work through the structures. I gave you an example. When Charles Taylor opened us in this Palava Hall on March 21st, 2001, I was right here under the sport tree. What was our crime? He jailed journalists, Hassan Billity and others for no reason. They were in jail for 2 weeks. And we told Taylor, you have to free them because they've done no wrong. He charged them, but he could not forward them to court according to him because they didn't have lawyers. So the Vanguard Party organized a pay lawyers to represent the jail journalists. Taylor was offended. His little ego got bruised. He unleashed the SODs. They arrived here by 11 a.m. while we're in this hall. SOD and ATU took over the university. They beat us mercilessly.
You are pour for the decision, Taylor, you are pour for the decision,
At the end of the day, we ran away. Taylor closed the university, and our leaders were exiled. We have about 17 men who fled. Jeremy Pia, the current information minister, was there. Afansa Nimne went along. Lester Tenney went along. No matter that standing in society today, they were made to flee their own country to live in Ghana. The university was closed until Judy Bryant came. I tell you why banning student politics is not a right idea. I was walking down 4th Street where I live after the university was closed for 2 years. I met a colleague. You know, soup is everywhere. One thing you know. We had men in the police. We had men in the SSS at the time. We had men everywhere giving us national security information to guard the movement and tactical maneuver of militants. And so I received a tip off from one of our colleagues. Name was held for security reasons. He said, do you know that Judy Bryant just gave $250,000 to reopen while the university is closed? Yes. I, along with a comrade called Comrade Abel Levely, we wrote a release. And we spread that release throughout Monrovia, calling on students to gather the following Tuesday under the banner of concerned students. Because student politics were banned, SUP could not take the lead, or SUP could not take the lead. When we arrived on campus that next Tuesday, Darlington A.P. Smith, Patrick Mbayo, the Stephen Johnson, the Aaron Gabriel Woods, and the rest of the guys are already assembled. There and then I was recognized as the man who wrote the release, and I was immediately the Secretary General of the Concerned Student Movement to reopen the university. We fought the Bryant government for weeks. We demonstrated, we got beaten, and today, if it were not for my moral compass, I would take the battle scar on my back when I was brutalized by regime forces. I was on newspaper blooded with 15 men in jail simply because we wanted the university to be reopened. Yes, the university reopened. And since then, we are here. I am bringing this historical analysis to you to let you know that sometimes the state doesn't listen unless through the highway. That is the reason why we are also advocating on the national scene. And that is the topic that interests. What do? They rise up and protest and demonstrate and destroy lives and property at the concession site. So that is the reason why, as leader of the people, I have to stand in the gap to be a voice for those who are affected within the concession areas. If ArcelorMittal and other concessionaires, the B Mountains, and other people were wise enough, they would build a monument for me at that concession site. Because I'm the voice that the people don't have. If you allow them to have their own voices, if you don't hear them enough, they will resort to protest. But you know why? Since the advocacy started, I'm not seeing any major demonstration at ArcelorMittal concession, because the citizens know that there's a voice of the national scene for them, and will continue to do so. In recent time, we received a lot of concession agreements to ratify. Let me make the promise to you, comrades, that we'll do all we can to get the best deals for our people. Gone are the days of economic injustice. The day of new and renewed courage on the part of legislators has come. And we're going to ensure that concessionaires conform. And in the coming months, I will be introducing a bill on the floor of the Liberian Senate to nationalize our natural resources. Why do we always have to give concession? Why we cannot partner with 50-50 share? I have my mineral. If you require $100 million to mine the mineral, my share is the mineral, man. And your share is the 100 million. Why do you tell me that I cannot share with you because I need to bring 50 million, you bring 100 million, then we mine? Whose mineral is it? It's my mineral. Why should I bring 50-50, capital for us to mine it? Then what are you bringing to the table? This is ludicrous, it is stupid, and it has to stop. We have contacted some lawyers, and that bill, we're going to solicit our colleagues to co-sponsor that bill along with us to establish the Liberia National Mining Company with an automatic default 50% share in all of our natural resources that will go out there and form partnership with companies. We got companies who are operating for more than 20 years. Not one day have they declared dividend. They pay 4.5, 3.5% on royalty or what they earn. They tell us how much they earn. We don't know. Do you know that the gold that they're taking from B Mountain is not weighing in Liberia? Turkish guys bring a little company here. They are not only digging, they are undermining the surface of Liberia. They are carrying on what we call underground mining in Cape Mount and in bombing. So you are walking on the surface, but in search of gold, the Turkish guys have undermined the surface. But yet and still, the gold is not weighed in Liberia. In a meeting with the manager of the company, he looked into our eyes as a committee on ways, means, and finance and said the gold is weighed in London. We put the gold on helicopter, it takes it to the airport, and then it flies to London and get weighed there. But there's a seal that is broken on camera so that the LRA custom guys can see that there was no foul play. Excuse my language if kids are watching. Twayen, how much the fuck is a way for gold?
Come on now! Come on now! Yo!
How much do you have to pay for a way that can weigh gold? When local goldsmiths are weighing gold. So how much for the industrial way for gold? But you weighing the gold in London in our absence and telling us how much is it? These things have to stop. And that's why when we speak, people say we'll be bought, but good luck to buying a militant. Good luck to buying a party stalwart. Good luck to buying a cadre who was an instructor for cadres. I stand before you today to say I'm overwhelmed by your invitation. I'm going to attend a confirmation hearing by one of the industries. Again, NOCA. President NOCA is undergoing confirmation hearing today. And we have to go there to erect some checkpoints that our oil blocks will not be given for peanuts. And those who think we're giving our oil blocks to flip them over in the near future for millions of dollars, we are sorry. If you don't show the willpower to do deep sea extraction of oil, you are not qualified to own an oil block. If you haven't shown that you have bought data so that the proceeds can come to Liberia, you are not qualified. Go on the days of brown envelope accompanying concessions agreement. And that is the reason why I'm very happy that for the last week, I requested the plenary of Liberian Senate that every concession agreement that comes to the legislature must be accompanied with a soft copy. There's a reason. There are state-of-the-art tools that those soft copies can be placed in, and the grading system will come. And let me send a message to Evan Ho that your concession agreement grade just arrived to me yesterday. And your grade is 77. And for me to ratify any agreement in this country, you got to score 80 and above. I can assure you, Evan Ho, the grades are in. When we receive the ratification documents from the executive for Asilometer, we will be fair to you. We will put you through the grading system again. Just make sure that your concession meet 80 and above. Oronto SIM will apply to you. And I can assure you guys that we have made move with international organizations who have given us these tools to put concession through them. That's why the United States and Western countries have been using over the years to scrutinize concessions. We cannot sit here and just read documents, hard copies, 2,000-page documents. They know we wouldn't read them. Why did I make that suggestion that was endorsed by plenary anyway?